serious videos ain't for you. You know, wait for the next Kiki. Other than that, this one's a little serious because we like to, you know, we like to keep my girls sane. Other than that, this one is just to make sure you're good with yourself and to like help you realize that there's other people like you out there in the world that's still moving forward. Go ahead and watch. Go watch the video. Get out of here. Get out of here, kids. What's cracking? Ooh, I need a brush. I'm getting ready for work. I feel like this white t-shirt is taken from the color of my skin, so give me a sec, let me change it up. Put on the good old wife beater. Who's watched Stranger Things? No. I feel like the whole globe has, but like...
Mr. Plan all along to get in my room and then get another notch in my belt.
Ooh, tell him, sis. Go back to your studying, girl. Don't fall for him, sis. This grown ass kid with no two front teeth is setting me off. It's cold as hell and it's raining. What is this little girl? Who is this little girl? What is this little girl? What is this little girl is the question. Pause, brief intermission. It's Mental Awareness Month. Sorry that I'm gonna be watching Stranger Things at the same time. No shirt. True say, I don't even know what that means. Hold on, somebody mentioned me in their story. What is this? Okay, never mind, sorry. So mental awareness. So Mental Awareness Month has been observed in May in the United States since 1949. Definitely a time when everybody was going crazy. They was sicking dogs and blacks, but you know, I digress. It was started by the Mental Health America organization. During the month of May, Mental Health America, its affiliates and other organizations interested in mental health conduct a number of activities which are based upon a different theme each year. Themes from recent years include fitness for mind and body, was 2018. 2017 was risky business. It focused on the importance to educate people about habits and behaviors to increase the risk of developing and exacerbating mental illness. Okay, wait, hold on. These include risk factors such as risky sex, prescription drug misuse, internet addiction, excessive spending, marijuana use, and troublesome exercise patterns. Hold on. 2017, y'all ain't have to do it like that. Risky business is what they called it. So let's see the theme for this year. These lazy ass Americans. In 2019, we are expanding upon last year's theme of hashtag for mind, for body, and taking it to the next level as we explore the topics of animal companionship, including pets and support animals, spirituality, humor, work-life balance, and recreation and social connections as ways to boost mental health. I did about 30 crunches in total this month. Let me get ready at the same time because I'm at big tripping. I'm supposed to be working this Interscope party thing with my job. I don't know, whatever. Just give me the money, okay? No shade. This is the cover play. Oh, you're about to see right now if I think that to verify what I think about this foundation. I think I need to get a color lighter, a shade lighter. This one's too dark for me. Yeah, I did like a few crunches. I started the 30-day challenge, ab challenge thing, but then I got my cycle and I can barely get up to go to work. So I took my little break for the week because I had bad cramps. You see the color? It blends in well, but I can't tell. But whatever. So I took my little break. Cause you know, girl, like I got my period. Like we can't do, I still go to work and that's like enough in itself. Like I make it to work and I talk to people. Like that's a lot for me in itself, okay? Like I'm doing that. Doing crunches at the same time, you're tripping. You're big wilding on me. This was one squirt of foundation, by the way. Something about it, there's an undertone that's off that is not me. Is it pink? I don't know. Whatever it is, I gotta switch it. I have to switch it because the formula of this foundation, A1, not the 2. I officially, oh, another ode to mental mental health upgrade, I suppose is what I could call it. I paid off all my debt. I had the kind of debt where I didn't know I had debt. You know, I had the Credit Karma app and it let me know I had some things in collections that I didn't even know about, which is kind of a case for a lot of people. So it's very important to check your credit health because that is mental health, no shade. And know if you owe people money. I owed like an old Verizon bill, like $1,000 something. But if you find out who they put in collections of it, you can call them and have them like settle down the price. I had them settle down the price. I paid half of that, wait a few months, call them back and settle that half price further down because I'm like Julius, I like a deal. So now I'm just staring at my credit history waiting for it to improve because I no longer owe anybody money and it feels outstanding to owe no money. 3:15. I need to leave here in exactly an hour. Don't know what I'm wearing today, but we'll figure it out. So another ode to mental health. Why do I keep calling it mental healthness? If you know me, well, you don't know me, but if you've been watching my lives or if you follow my journey enough, you know that I'm kind of an expert grudge holder. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you made me. I don't care if you bathed me. I don't care. I don't care. As long as you ain't the Lord himself, I will hold a grudge, okay? I will not talk to you for as long as I need to not talk to you with very little warning, okay? Just bye, you know, you feel me? Which is not that healthy, but we're getting better, fine, whatever. I'm saying that to say I had a kind of like miscommunication. Now I know it's like a miscommunication with my dad. If you don't know, I'm a very big daddy's girl. I always have been growing up because he's just a loving guy. He always has been, even if he's not poor, he ain't rich, but you know, he's amazing. My dad has always been a very loving and supporting guy. He used to come to Up and Down with me on Thursdays. Like, my dad is outstanding. But, you know, I had a time 2 years ago where I got pregnant by someone that was being a little iffy and scared. If you're gonna be scared, do that on your own time, out my face. Don't do that in my face when I'm pregnant, you feel me? 2 years ago, I had an abortion of my choice. I didn't feel as supported by certain people around me, family-wise and baby father-wise. I didn't feel as though no one deserved to have me for a lifetime. So, abortion, break up, bye. I'm not one to keep a baby around for good faith, because that baby don't deserve that kind of energy. I'm not about to make a baby be born in that kind of energy, especially when I'm sad all the time. Like, being sad and pregnant ain't it. Like, it's not the ideal situation for a pregnancy. Not to say that everyone is going to have a Cinderella story, perfect fantasy kind of pregnancy, but I know at least at the beginning, something better feel right. Somewhere, somehow, something better feel right, okay? And nothing felt right, from parents to baby father to job. Like, nothing felt right. I mean, obviously I'm strong enough where I could have made it work, but like, y'all know my brand is not to settle, so I'm not making nothing work. Work for me and then we could work together, something, you know, something like that. You feel me? Like, I'm not asking for perfect, but I'm damn sure about to ask that you show up. Oh, I forgot to put some on my nose. So yeah, I've told the story a lot of times on live, but not everybody catches my lives, which is fine. Live is just a healthy option for people that miss me. I spoke to different moms during the time. Like, I spoke to Jordan, I spoke to Samantha at the time, I spoke to Clarine. I remember Jordan telling me, like, you know, your life just begins. Samantha telling me, like, yo, the first 2 years is not yours, period. My ex-boyfriend threatened to fight me and to like shoot me because it was time for the abortion. Like, I was about to get an abortion, and like, you not showing up, you not seeing me no more. Like, any other time you would be at my house pronto for the boom. Like, suddenly you stop spending time with me out of nowhere. I don't see you till 11 p.m. on my birthday. Like, no. So yeah, at the time I was still working at Delta, and I was waiting for the M60 bus that takes me to the airport. And he threatened somehow he gonna shoot me, and I called my father like, son, kill this nigga real quick. I said something like that. I ain't say that, but like, I'm just like, yo, son. My father, when I was growing up, he always told me to tell boys. I mean, he didn't have to really do it that much because, you know, come to find out, I was dating women anyway. He's like, yo, tell anybody that mess with you that I just came from Rikers and your daddy owed a gun. My father has never been to Rikers, but he's an Aries, so I'm with the shit. I have to set my face with stupid beauty blender because I don't have any more wedges. So whoever always wanted to see me do this, now is your time. You can see why I don't like it. this is not that bad, but maybe I've just gotten a little bit better with my makeup techniques. After I told my father that, I guess my father like reached out to him and said what he had to say. My ex kind of manipulated the situation and made it seem as though my father was taking his side. But my dad like called me back and was like, just hear him out. And me being pregnant, and I'm telling my father like, son, somebody's threatening me, and then from my phone call back to here, just hear him out. I'm just talking to, I was like, no, dub, deuces, and I stopped talking to my father for 2 years. Y'all enjoy y'all relationship. I'm off this. Y'all can enjoy yourselves, and I don't need to talk to none of y'all. I don't care. Like, I don't care if you made me, raised me. Like I said, I will remove myself. I don't like that feeling. So as time passes, you know, my father tried to reach out to me and kept asking me my work schedule, but would never connect with me. Like, I'm just like, okay, well, stop wasting my time. Like, why are you hitting my phone if you really not about to link with me? Like, what are we doing here? What's not clicking? You feel me? I don't know how this turned into a story time, but the mental health message is in here. Oh my God, time check. So I'm over it. Keep asking me, when am I free? And you're never free to link me. So what's the point? 2 years of this, 2 years of this. I don't realize that 2 years has passed because I'm not clocking these niggas, okay? If time goes on, time goes on. My grandmother's birthday comes May 10th. If anybody knows a good bronzer brush, can you let me know, sidebar? I go to my grandmother's house the night before. My dad's like, oh, you know, are you coming? I was like, I'm gonna see my grandmother for her birthday, like, leave me alone. It was supposed to be a surprise, but of course he told my grandmother, but my grandmother, I'd be flaking, so my grandmother didn't believe him. So when I pulled up on her ass all the way in the Bronx, I pulled up, she started crying immediately because she's so dramatic, and she stopped crying right after because she's that dramatic. I call her more than I see her, but you know, we caught up still. The night before my grandmother's birthday, and randomly I was watching Ellen. It was like an episode of Ellen where she reunited this girl with her parents that lived in, I forgot what country, but they was living in Africa. They sent her to the States so she could, well, she left to go to the States to help more people and teach other people, whatever. She was doing some real good-ish, and her parents let her go do the good shit. I cried because Ellen found her parents and brought her parents there. Her parents are like some awesome like people of the of their village that like take in other kids and help them and stuff like that. So they were also busy. The fact that the parents were so happy to see their daughter, I was like, I started crying, bro. I was like, oh my God, I wonder what it's like for like your parents to actually want to see you. Like, and of course this is a time where I'm still not talking to, I don't talk to like my parents daily, weekly, monthly, nothing. If my parents see me, they see me. Like, okay. Everybody got their own things to do in my family, which I can't hate because, you know, they putting food on the table, like they doing it for a reason. I think I put on way too much blush. They're trying to feed mouths, they trying to retire soon, you know how that go. You know, everybody working so they don't gotta work no more eventually, you feel me? Like, we ain't doing this to keep working forever. It's a tough place to be admired and liked by like peers, but like if you don't get validation from a certain specific source, then you still feel lost in the source. Like how I've learned to accept neglect. At least if you're not gonna talk to me, at least have something to do. So aside from feeling like hot garbage because I feel unloved, uncared for, unwanted, I call you guys on YouTube Live to get like a better sense of if I'm by myself. So I started off with like simple questions, like survey kind of questions, just to gauge if I'm being dramatic or not. Because if everyone isn't like doing this, and okay, then like maybe I need to just suck it up and stop acting like I'm the only one, and you know, and stop, you know, feeling like a victim about myself if that's the case. I met a lot of understanding people in live that night. I'm very, very grateful for those that picked up the phone, because normally I would just call Tata, but sometimes I don't feel like overwhelming my friends with parental duties, if that makes sense. The next day comes, and it happens to be the day that I'm going to go to my grandmother's house, and my dad also lives in the Bronx. He ends up pulling up. Like I said, he's trying to talk to me and be all buddy like nothing ever happened. I'm like, if you want to talk to me, you want to have the conversation. Like, I can't fake nothing with you right now. I said it just like that. I have a lot of feelings, and I have a lot of you already dead to me type shit. So if you think that you should come back in my life, I'm gonna need you to prove it. I'm a little bit of entitled and aggressive, but that's just me. I'm still learning that sometimes there's certain things that you have to give your parents respect for, but I'm just so used to like saying, well, fuck them. that I forget a certain amount of respect. It was a nice day and we had a very long conversation, and some of the things that he said to me made sense, and we kind of smoothed out the fact that we had a very large miscommunication about the fact that I had a lot of feelings involved. I was pregnant, I was irrational. But you know, not to say that my feelings weren't valid, but they were definitely heightened with emotional aggression. And my father said something that stuck out to me and told me that he lowered his standards a few times just to still be in my life and be around me. He explained like, I didn't want you going out to them clubs and stuff like that, but I figured like I'd rather ride with you and be around you than to make you feel like you alone, and essentially is what he was saying. But when he verbatim said he lowered his standards so he could make sure he be in my life, because you know, parents, like especially Jamaican parents, club, are you crazy? I kind of took it for granted because I have to be feeling so entitled, like, no, you're supposed to do that. But everybody has to learn how to love their kids in a proper language that both teaches them, inspires them, makes them feel loved, but have some type of healthy boundary. I literally, because of the situation 2 years ago, ripped out respect and human decency from our relationship. So I went back into it like he was just a regular dude off the street, even though we had more history than that. My father was never a bad dad. I crucified him essentially for this one instance. Like, that's how I be moving. You made me feel some type of way, like I'm ready to make you bleed. I've been already abandoned, that I had no problem just like being in control of the abandonment, if that's what it had to be in my mind, which is not healthy thing to put your mind through, making you, convincing yourself that you have to be alone in order to be in control of your happiness. Like sometimes it just, you need to humble yourself. Simple as that. Like you then need to just humble yourself, take a deep breath and realize like you ain't the only one going through some shit. Who was I essentially not take the time out? Even though I was hurt, there was times where I could have, no, actually no. I was hurt. The Lord did it at the proper timing. It was my grandmother's birthday. I had learned how to forgive him in a way that I didn't hate him, and we were able to have a conversation that was healthy. Took 2 years, but it felt really good to remind myself that I love my dad, and he's always proven to me that he loved me. I never had to ask, I never had to wonder. Only time I wondered is because I had an emotional blind spot. I had hatred for someone else so much that I let it topple over onto my father. But it's the only way I knew how to register keeping my happiness afloat. And he said that, he was like, you know, you did what you had to do for yourself, and that's the only thing we can do is put ourselves first. And that also felt really healthy to hear. But I can't believe how fast it happened, because as I was crying the night before, I was literally praying to God that, everybody ain't that spiritual, but like I literally was just asking God to make me understand, give me clarity, and also I put my faith in his hands. Like I still was like, you know, I'm still gonna go see my grandmother. I'm gonna still believe that everything happens for a reason, and it did. It was a very healthy day for me. I felt loved all over again. Very big moment for my mental health was making up with my father, my last standing emotional support. Of course, right after I made sure I got that man's chart, he is a Aries sun, Libra rising, and Sagittarius moon. And it makes so much sense that he is a Libra rising, because that man in his fashion, like, he's very put together. So boom, I'm daddy's girl all over again. May put it on my nails, may get it tatted, probably will get it tatted. I'm gonna get a dad tattoo. Period. I'm getting a dad tattoo. This is Cancer. Oh my God, I love you again. Gets a tattoo. Like Cancer will plan their whole lives with you out of nowhere. As far as mental health goes, as in this video, a connection isn't as what it used to be before. My advice is put you first every time. It sounds cliche. Oh, I forgot the nose highlight. It sounds so cliche, but I'm so dead ass. Nothing amounted to me putting myself first for the past 2 years. Like look what I've been able to accomplish. I could do an advice Q&A video next if you guys would like that. Other than that, like I want to do a video on my dad. I don't know if I want him to rate my outfits or a voiceover with my makeup, or I want him here. I need y'all to meet my dad because he's fiending. So that is my journey as far as mental health. So we're gonna check back with the body portion, but the mind is doing its thing right now, girl. I don't feel like a self-inflicted victim as much as I used to. Like I just feel I have lighter spirit. I know that there's still things I need to work out. Anyway, back to Stranger Things. Mental health Q&A. I'm gonna drop my Curious Cat link. Oh my God, my bangs look like someone fought me and hugged me out to dry. Okay, so yes, don't forget to put in your questions. Hopefully my little mini story time helped you somehow way. Probably not, but sometimes listening to other people, knowing that they're human, helps also. Hopefully that was the case for you. Yeah, I'm running late for work. I actually probably will change my dress, but you know. Anyway, thank you for watching another video. Come back soon. I promise I'll have more stuff. My track history is going up. Yeah, it's time for me to go. Oh, I need to do some more vlogs, I know.